Ramadan. I talked to people who actually, one woman who went to one of the parties, she was French, and she married a naval officer. And it was when George and I were first married, and I told George about what she said about General Gray. She said, "You cannot believe this man is totally debauched. This man does these group sex orgies outside of Marseille, France. He's just horrible." You know. She said, "Now I have to admit, I was party girl, you know, went to these parties and so forth." But what would happen is, and I met a guy in the laundromat who was very, very, he was enlisted, and he was involved in Beirut, and he knew my husband. He was going back and forth from Gaeta to the New Jersey, the ship, and then, you know, into Beirut on the beach and everything, and he worked for an admiral. Now this is a big admiral. And the admiral they would go to these parties at this big mansion outside of Marseille. What they did was they invited the wild girls, the secretaries, because this went on in Indonesia. My husband had a secretary. Anne Bouchou's husband, Hank, was sleeping with the secretary. My husband was sleeping with the secretary and Anne Bouchou. They were doing, because my husband's wife wasn't there, so they had their